Hi everyone, this is Mark Toomey with SteelWheelTraining.com. You know, we've done videos on the basic body weight box squat exercise. I've told people how important it is to open up their hip flexors for squats, for kettlebells, for any type of lifting where we really want to get the weight up without using our upper body. I figured in this video what we do is we give you a really terrific stretch for opening up hip flexors. It's fairly simple to do. It's very safe when done correctly. And so what I wanted to do is we're going to call this a railroad hip flexor stretch. The reason being is you'll find out in a little while. I see a lot of people doing lunge stretching like this, where the knee goes out over the toe. It's not a very effective stretch. It does put undue pressure on your knee. This is a stretch that really should be felt here and not here, not in the quads, anywhere else. What you need to do is get your foot out in a comfortable position, a position where when you go forward, your knee is not immediately going to go out over your foot or your toe. This is a static stretch, not a dynamic, bouncing stretch, where you're going to drop down for about a 2 count and then up. Don't bend at the waist, don't put your hand on the ground. That's not the type of stretch that you want to do. What you want is your body's here and you're pushing yourself down into the ground. If you want a visualization for this exercise, imagine that you have a belt tied around your waist and there's a cord coming from the belt at about a 45-degree angle to the ceiling. As you drop down, that belt is now pulling your hips up. You should feel the stretch right here. You shouldn't feel it really anywhere else. If you're feeling it in your lower back, you're pushing your back too far, you need to tighten up your glutes and sink down. Come up, sink down for a 2 count, come back up. Now I call this a railroad hip flexor stretch for one reason. You want to pretend as though your feet are on opposite rails of a railroad track. Your foot is here, your other foot is here. If you get these too narrow, it becomes a balancing act. If they become too wide, you're exposing your groin in the very beginning to the possibility of injury. So what I want you to do is try to get that visualization where you've got these feet both pointed in the same direction, and you're dropping down, once again getting that feeling that you've got a belt that's pulling you up at about a 45-degree angle. The initial stretch should be felt right here, drop down, push up. A couple of key points. Keep your glutes as tight as you possibly can as you're going forward on this. This heel will push you back up. Avoid the temptation of rolling forward on your toe. Push through this heel. Get yourself set up. And push back up through the heel. Also, we're doing this on a carpeted surface with padding underneath it. It's very important when you do this, particularly in the beginning, use a yoga mat. Use some type of padding so that you don't injure your knees, particularly on a hard surface. If you have any questions regarding this stretch or any of the exercises we show on our website, please contact us at www.steelwheeltraining.com. Click the contact button and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks so much for watching.